Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the Euro USD, making daily analysis, coming up with trade ideas for the day. So today we're gonna start jumping into Forex Factory, recapping yesterday. So yesterday we were expecting a federal funds rate, okay, so interest rate decision. So pretty much, as we can see, there was no change on the interest rate. Well, rather, the interest rate dropped from 4% to 3.75. Okay, and that had a bit of impact on the charts. Okay, so we'll look at that. And then today there is unemployment claims. That's at 1:30 p.m. So we'll see what that will have, if that will have an impact on the charts today. All right. So let's look at the charts and recap yesterday. So as I had said before that, we had this demand, okay, and then we have this supply, and then price is stuck in between, okay. But however, the way price was moving, okay, into the demand, it wasn't aggressive, and I was expecting that this could be the higher low that has been formed as of now, and price is now making higher highs, okay. So we're breaking structure to the upside. Okay, we are breaking structure to the upside. So I was expecting a deeper mitigation of this supply because it has already had 1, 2, 3, 4 tests. Okay, and then this is a fifth one. So we were expecting deeper mitigation. And then from the 4-hour, our internal, yes, it's bearish, but our sub-internal is pretty much bullish. Okay, it's pretty much bullish because we're breaking structure to the upside. So expectation was that price will continue bullish. Okay, expectation was that price will continue bullish, at least to mitigate this extreme supply. Okay, so the federal rates yesterday was the catalyst that was needed for price to push to mitigate the supply. Okay, as you can see, we had this very strong bullish for our candle. Okay, so now we have a new range. So now this is our new range. That's our new break of substructure. And that's what we have. So ideally, from the 1 hour, I was saying that a long trade was good if price had mitigated at least this 1 hour demand at the extreme. However, price did not reach, so it simply swept this low, okay, and then kind of ranged, okay, made relatively core highs, and then we broke structure, and then when the news announcement came, then price just shot up. So we didn't get an entry, or if we had set our limit orders, they were not filled. Okay, so we have mitigated this. This should be the only extreme supply available on the 1 hour. Yes, so this is the only supply at the extreme available on the 1 hour, and we can see that's where price mitigated and is giving off a reaction. I'm just giving off a reaction. So this could simply be a reaction to come back into the range. Here we have this demand, not the strongest, because we have no fractal structure except just a bearish candle. Okay, and this would be better because this is fractal structure. However, it's already been mitigated. So we had a push up and then consolidation away and then a mitigation before price continued bullish. So, and then all the way down, we do not have any other clear demand areas because everything has been mitigated. Okay, everything else has been mitigated. So well and truly, we are only waiting for price to mitigate this area to then continue bullish, or to keep on, or to drop deeper and sweep this low and deeper into this area and then continue bullish. Okay, so looking at today, so the narrative is still the same. Nothing has changed really. So our swing structure on the daily is bullish. This is our swing range. We were anticipating that we were going to continue lower, okay, targeting this weak daily internal low to mitigate this extreme demand before price makes a U-turn to then possibly go and attack the week daily swing high. However, it looks like this may be the daily internal low already in place. Okay, this may be the low, the higher low that is already in place, and now price is ready to push up. Okay, targeting this weak swing high. So we're already having these breaks of structure. Okay, so we've had another break of structure. So this is our new demand area that has been formed. Now all these ranges, they are very tight. So you can see price is not really expanding that much. So all these are tight ranges, but this is demand nonetheless. So now at some point we'll be expecting this supply to fail. Okay, so looking at the 4-hour, this supply has failed on the 4-hour, and we were expecting that. So on the 4-hour, we do have bullish structure breaks. Okay, so our medium time frame is clearly bullish. Medium time frame is clearly bullish. So our bias remains bullish. Our bias remains bullish. So we have this 4-hour POI nested in the daily, and when you look at the extreme has been mitigated. The extreme has been mitigated already. So this would be our extreme, then could push it up to there. So this is our only POI that has not been mitigated. Okay, so probably set my alert on that one, and then go on the 1 hour. So nothing has happened there. We had a sweep of this week low, and now we've gone on to break structure to the upside. Okay, so now we have a strong internal low at the bottom, and then this is remove that. This is our IBOS. Okay, that is our IBOS. So right now we've had a choke. So right now we have a choke on the 1 hour. Yes, we are reacting from that supply area. So you could try and go for counter trend trades, assuming that price will mitigate. Is still in the premium range, so assuming price will mitigate and then drop, with the expectation that at least we will mitigate this 1 hour POI, if not lower, after sweeping this and then deeper at least to this POI. Okay, so when we look at where our 4 hour is, our 4 hour is right there. This is where it starts, and then this, the lower POI, at least it sits on the proximal line of the 4 hour POI. However, the top one sits at the proximal of the daily POI. So either of these two could work. The top one may be low probability because it's just a bearish candle. Okay, and all candle highs are breaking previous candle highs, and we don't have any inducement on the leg, so we'd have to then wait for inducement on the pullback. Okay, but as it stands, probability, high probability trades will be bullish. Okay, so either wait for this 4 hour POI to be mitigated, okay, and then we look for trades after that, or if you are inclined, you can take risk entries on either you take this one at the extreme, okay, you take this lower one, or if you are very much inclined, you can take from the top of this one and then cover yourself at the bottom there, although the reward to risk will not be favorable. Or you can simply just wait for confirmation. Once we mitigate, then we have a new demand area formed, break of structure of something, and then you take the reaction. Okay, but now we have our entry time frame aligned with our medium time frame. So medium time frame has been bullish. Our daily, we are suspecting, or we're expecting that it's shifting bullish, and then our entry time frame is bullish. It has switched bullish to align with the medium time frame. Okay, so longs are high probability, so it's all just time to wait, okay, for the 1 hour POIs to be mitigated. So that's the analysis and trade idea for the day. So if you're liking this content, please continue to support the channel. Hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment. Other than that, have a good day. Working Trader out.